Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwahn. Today we're just going to kind of be talking about a year of content that I've made and what this next year is going to be. This is going to be kind of me rambling through some of my thoughts and interacting with the people that are here in chat for me to kind of figure out what I'm doing, how I feel about what I've done, what I want to do next. Because one of the things that's been really interesting over the last year, definitely 2022 was the year of discovery, and not necessarily getting discovered, but discovering what I want to do and be as a content creator. I've been making some form of content, relatively speaking, like all of my life. I would like stories for friends in middle school. I tried to make some YouTube videos back in high school, but that was back in like the yonder years of YouTube. I was back in like 2008. YouTube would have only been a couple of years old at most at that point in time. The Rock Band days. Yeah, I had a couple of talking videos. I tried to do some Rock Band videos. That was hard because I didn't have... I mean, the fancy equipment that we have now barely even existed back then. I was recording on a camcorder and then would have to sync up audio later so that I could play it on YouTube. And it was a process. It was a journey. I was using like Windows Movie Maker. Man, those were the days. I would have to use the camcorder and then plug it in my computer and move the footage over, and now I just got these cameras that are connected by USB and stuff. It's crazy. But you know, and then like I started a podcast back in 2013, 14. It was a World of Warcraft podcast called The Cast Bar. Yeah. And then I also did a podcast called I Read It, and then we got into live streaming. And then it was in the last 3 or 4 years that we've really been trying to do proper Twitch content and proper YouTube content. But even that took a couple years of discovery, of figuring out what I want to do. Because like I like making stuff, right? And I'll be honest, like if I got paid to make things that I like, to make YouTube videos and to do Twitch streams, if I could fully support myself and my family on that, I would be pretty stoked. Obviously, you know, you've seen the large creators that are dissatisfied with what they're making. They don't like that they are beholden to what generates profits, and I completely understand that. It's one of the reasons that I have moved away from particular games. I still am really into Escape from Tarkov. I liked Escape from Tarkov a lot, and I think it's a game with a massive amount of potential, and there's a lot of people that have completely made their living off of Escape from Tarkov to the point that they will never have to worry about money again in their entire lives, which is fantastic, and congratulations to those people. But they have also expressed their frustrations about how locked into Escape from Tarkov they are. If they try to play anything else, their viewership falls off by 70+%. Their YouTube videos are much the same way. If they make Escape from Tarkov videos, they hit that high number every time. If they make something that's not Escape from Tarkov, it's drastically lower number of views. And when your income depends on those views and those viewer numbers, I understand where that frustration can come in. But I did stream a lot of Escape from Tarkov. That was back in 2021, but I did stream a lot of Escape from Tarkov. We probably did, I don't know, like 26 streams of Tarkov. And what that taught me is that I don't necessarily want to do a live service game. A game like Tarkov or Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything like that on Tarkov, or on Twitch. I did do a few YouTube videos, and I will say I enjoy doing the YouTube content for Tarkov way more than I like streaming it. And I would say the same for games like Fortnite. Fortnite's a really great game to play with friends, but it is not a game that I necessarily enjoy streaming. And really just any game that isn't a game that is focused on a beginning to end structure to where you launch it up, you see a title card, and then eventually you see credits. Any game that doesn't fit that process, any game that is a round-based and instance-based type of game, is not a game that I want to stream. Maybe once to try it out or something. Things like League of Legends, Apex Legends, I already rattled off several others. They're just not games that I want to stream. I don't enjoy streaming those games. It's also unfortunate that I don't enjoy streaming those games, though, because games like Valorant and League and just any game like that, if you grind that specific Dead by Daylight, if you grind that specific game, that is one of the it is one of the most consistent ways to build growth. Because there are people that are very invested in those games and in those titles, and those games and those titles will lead to growth because of people that are interested in them, but then that leads to the problem that we already talked about being locked in to that title. So, what did we do in 2022? So, in 2022, we did a lot of experimentation. Because when we first started the YouTube channel, the very first video that I put out, even before I started streaming, was a series called First Impression. Where I would play through what felt like the first kind of like chapter of a game, and then we'd give a review on it. And while I have stopped doing that, it's something that I still want to do, and we'll talk more about that later. But, so YouTube, we put out 284 videos in 2022. The majority of those are all in the second half of the year. From June to December is where the majority of those 284 videos lie. We started really going, because we started the reaction videos at like 4 days a week, and then we went up to 5 days a week, and then we went up to 7 days a week, and then we went up to 2 videos a day, 7 days a week, to try and get caught up on some stuff. And that was too much. That was too much. But we did settle into a rhythm total of being able to achieve a video a day, and that's really what YouTube likes. YouTube likes that algorithm, and we saw some interesting things there. With these reaction videos, with reactions, I have seen now that I have some people that comment on multiple videos to where they're like regular watchers of the reaction videos, but for the most part, the reaction videos are just throwing darts and rolling dice at virality, right? You are just hoping to hit the bullseye. And while we've never like went, oh man, we're in it now, right? I have had some videos, most of my videos do somewhere between 25 to 100 views in the first week that they're out. And after that, the views will just, like, really after the first 2 days, the views go because YouTube only cares about what's come out really in the last 24 to 48 hours, unless you're a pretty significantly sized content creator, which we are not, obviously. But we did have a couple of videos go into the thousands of views in 2022. We had things like the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 video, we had the Hyperlight Breaker video, I think the Arcane videos, were those in no, I think those were in 2021. But either way, we did have some breakouts. And we gained 166 subscribers. We were at 349 or 350 subscribers, at least at the time we're recording this video. We got 58,000 views in 2022, which is pretty sick, for a total of 3.1 thousand watch hours. When most of the reaction videos are 10 minutes long, I'm still actually pretty happy with that, especially because it makes me feel better to see other people talking about this that are larger creators, because it makes you concerned. If you go look at anyone's YouTube analytics, the viewership in the first 15 seconds drops by somewhere between 50 to 90% of people seeing the start of the video and then deciding that they don't want to watch it. So my understanding is, even on the large side, that is very normal. And I'm like, all right, well, if you say so, I won't look at it too much. So that's where we hit on YouTube. And YouTube's an interesting beast, because it's interesting that people and I understand that they're maybe used to larger creators, but there'll be people that will comment on my videos, and I try to respond to every single YouTube comment because I have the ability to right now. I maybe get 1 to 5 comments on a video, and that's only if the video is like decent. Sometimes I get none, and that's fine. And there are occasionally videos that'll get dozens and dozens of comments. Normally the bigger ones, things like Hyper Light Breaker, the Persona 5 reaction got quite a few views on it and comments on it. I think I said Hyper Light Breaker. The Arcane videos did. The Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think, has our most comments. But there's people that comment like the creator's not going to see them, and I understand if they're watching people like Markiplier. Like, Markiplier probably doesn't see all the comments because there's just too many for him to be able to see. And he's, you know, he's a full-time content creator, so he's making a lot more content all the time than I'm able to achieve, because I still have to, you know, go to a day job, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Oh, man. You know how much stuff I would make if I didn't have to go to work? What a concept, man. What an absolute concept. I would love it if that was possible. I know that feel. I know that feel, Athena, so much. Be great if we didn't have to, but we're not quite there yet. So, but with YouTube, I've tried to find what I want to make as videos as well, because I started out with the first impressions, and I still like the idea of the first impressions, but they weren't what YouTube wanted. They were too long. Not to say that long videos can't do well, they definitely can. The Persona video and the Xenoblade video are both very long. The Xenoblade video is over an hour, and it's one of the best performing videos on our entire channel. So, but in general, things need to be a little bit shorter. It's also just because we have the VODs channel, and you can definitely tell that there are some people that are just really happy to find a playthrough of a particular game. Some games do much better than others. We got quite a few views on, I say quite a few, it's like, you know, in the 40s. But for a VOD on YouTube of some random fucking streamer, I'm calling that pretty good. Of like things like AI the Somnium Files. There's of games that, you know, probably games that don't have a whole lot of Let's Plays on them. And so, but it's interesting to see. So also now we're looking at Twitch, okay? So Twitch is the one that I'm struggling with right now, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do this video and hash out this video, because Twitch is something that we have continued to experiment with, and I love streaming. I like streaming more than I like making YouTube videos, for sure. I love talking with people. I love interacting with chat and trying different things, and, you know, doing these like reaction videos together and stuff, and seeing the way that works. But growth on Twitch is hard. And I also understand that the best way to grow on Twitch is to do something on other platforms and direct them to Twitch, which is fair. But just some random numbers of what we did in 2022. So can I see number of days, like how many actual streams that I did? There's a lot of different metrics that Twitch gives you, but I didn't actually check to see if I can see how many individual streams that I did. I can see total time streamed, but it doesn't look like streams conducted is actually an option. All right, so some numbers for 2022. Average viewers, 8. We had 216 follows in 2022, which I think we are at 480, so half of our followers came, half-ish came this year. Total of 258 subscriptions, 2,638 unique viewers, and I streamed for a total of 650 hours. Jesus, what is that? What is the math on that? 650 hours divided by 365. I streamed for just shy, for about an hour and 45 minutes every day is what that breaks down into. So, I stream quite a bit. And that's one of the things that we'll be talking about as we go into 2023 as well, is the streaming that I do. We did settle into our schedule that I think is the best schedule that we've had. When we first started out in like 2019 and into 2020 and 2021, my brain really likes to have a routine, a schedule of what I want and how I want it to go, right? And things like the idea of series or themes are really, really good for my brain to be ready for whatever is coming next. So we were playing around with like Tactical Tuesday, where we always played shooter games. That's where we played a lot of those Escape from Tarkov streams. And then On Thursday, we had Two Dead Dudes for a long time, which is where me and my friend Adam would play Soulsian games, and that was a lot of fun. So it was always like shooters on Tuesday, Soulsians on Thursday. Me and Athena, who the wonderful individual is in the chat, we started up doing Power Couple on Fridays, where we play JRPGs together. That is probably my favorite thing that I do on Twitch, is Power Couple on Fridays. I love JRPGs. I love Athena a lot, and it's just so much fun. We get to go on these adventures together, and it's always just a good time. Even when the game sucks, it's a good time, right? And one of the other fun things about the Power Couple streams is that a lot of JRPGs now do get voice acting done, but they don't always have everything voice acted. You know, major scenes and stuff will be voice acted. And so, since I have a very male voice and Athena has a much more feminine voice, we do all the characters' voices. So anytime that there isn't voice acting present, we will fill in the voice acting. Are we great? I don't think we're fantastic, but I think we do a pretty decent job, and that is a lot of fun, and I always look forward to Friday every single week. And then Sunday's been also the day that has just been, it has for the longest time been a form of meta day, of let's get shit done day. And it's been an interesting day because I can't figure, there is not a set time for the Sunday stream. This video is being recorded live on stream on Sunday, January 8th at 9:45 p.m. And I have also done Sunday streams at 9:45 a.m. and Sunday streams at 12:30 p.m. Sunday is such a wild card of a day for me that this stream happens when it happens. I used to really try hard to do it in the morning. But one of the things that I also found trying to do streams first thing in the morning, again, on this journey of discovery, is that streams right in the morning, not too good for me. I can wake up and I can do things in the morning, but the requirements of streaming are very different from even my day job. I do have an office job. It involves a lot of very important paperwork, but that is very different from being attentive to a camera and monitoring all of this, because good Lord, is there a lot here. And interacting with people and trying to be entertaining and presentable and show the best side of myself. And morning streams, real hard. Real hard. But it does make Sundays an interesting day. And we did things where, like, I would edit in the morning. Like, I would be editing videos actively on screen and just chatting with people. We would work on, like, graphics design. We'd work on merchandise. For the last quite some time, Sunday has been what we've been calling production day. It's what we're doing right now, where we record the YouTube videos for the week. Because one of the only ways that we're able to achieve that weekly schedule is that I do fill content with reaction videos, but I do enjoy them a lot, and I think our structure is a good one. And it gives me a way to connect with people on a scale that doesn't involve talking about what's happening on screen for a video game, right? I mean, we're talking about what's happening on the video game trailer, but it's because I'm not focused on playing, right? I'm strictly focused on what's on screen and what's happening in chat. And production day, I enjoy a lot. It is such a different vibe than when you're playing a game. And it's not the same vibe as a just chatting stream, because we've had streams that have ended up being like just chatting streams, but even those are different than production day because we still have a collective goal that we're approaching. Then you shake up the gameplay and sometimes gives us a sneak peek on games coming out. That's one of my favorite things about doing these reactions. There's so many video games that come out now, all the time. So many games. So many of them. And with the reactions, doing 5 or 6 reactions a week and trying to target the games that are coming out in the upcoming week, we have seen games that we would have never seen otherwise. And some of them are super cool. And that is great and awesome. And we get to see the progression of a game from when it was first announced, sometimes, 5 years ago, to what it is today, and you can see the way that the game grew and developed, and it's cool. But when it comes to Twitch, it is fun as fuck, okay? Streaming is really fun, but there are troubles with it because it is hard to find consistency and growth in Twitch. Now, we did have the pandemic, right? And the pandemic led to a drastic inflation of both content creators and viewers. Everyone was locked in their house, so a lot of people grabbed a cheap Logitech, C720 or whatever, the C920, whatever that webcam is called, and turn on a stream. And some of them, liked it, some of them didn't. But there was so many new content creators because of the pandemic, but there was also a lot of new viewers because people were locked inside. They're like, man, I watched all I cared to watch on Netflix. What else can I watch? Oh yeah, there's that Twitch thing, I guess. Well, let me see what's on there. And so it's interesting because as we're coming out of the pandemic, we're seeing the number of creators drop. People going back to jobs that they're not able to do from home. They're having less time. They're able to go do old hobbies, right? They're able to go out and do things again that they weren't able to do before. So or people discovering that they don't like content creation. So there's a lot of creators that have left or have significantly slowed their pace. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it's not your jam, it's not your vibe, or you weren't getting what you wanted out of it, that's totally understandable. I get it. But yeah, so there's creators that are dropping out, and there's also viewers that are dropping out. And so it's been interesting to try to be a consistent force through that wave. And the best thing also about content creation is the friends that you make, especially on Twitch. Compared to YouTube, that's one of the coolest things about Twitch and live streaming is the friends that you make from people watching you and chatting with you, or the other creators that you make friends with. And 2022 was definitely not only the year of creation, but the year of connections. And not necessarily networking, but truly in just building connections. Networking is great. It's good to have other creators that you will work with and build off of one another. But it's another thing to just have creators that are friends. Because I have real life friends. I do. I swear I do. I went and had breakfast with them this morning. They are not creators. Well, one of them creates, but he creates things like leatherworking and smithing and paintings and stuff, right? And that is not, like, it is creation, but it is not the same as what we are doing right now. And so those conversations, I can't have conversations like we're having right now with these people. I love them to death, but it's just air in the wind, right? And you're like, I appreciate you so much for listening, friend. I understand that you have nothing to contribute because you have zero investment in this field whatsoever. So, yeah. Sad by how many creators have left already. It is sad. And you also see people that you are friends with or at least close to in one way, and you see them starting to not necessarily burn out, but slow down. And whether it's because they're not seeing the growth that they want, or because life just isn't able to support it, right? It's like, I was doing all right, but views dropped, or I couldn't play the same game anymore. And so this isn't as popular as it was. So my money went down and I had to go get a day job to be able to support it. And because I had to go get a day job, I didn't have the time to do the stuff that I did before. And that sucks. It sucks a lot. The other thing that we did in 2022 was we did new stuff, is what I have on my notes here. We tried some new things that I hadn't really done before. Like gameplay redemptions. I added a channel point redemption. It was really expensive, but you could redeem it, and we'd try a game at your suggestion. And we played some games that I would probably not have played otherwise, or got that extra little bit of encouragement that I wouldn't have played otherwise. These are games like Metal Gear Solid 3. I definitely never would have went back and touched Metal Gear Solid 3 ever, but somebody was like, hey, here's 69,000 channel points, play it, bitch. And I was like, oh, okay. Same thing with like God of War 2018. I probably would have gotten around to that one at some point, but it wasn't very high on my list. Somebody redeemed it. I'm very glad that we played it. We've had a few others like that. Little Nightmares was super cool. You're right, Athene. I never would have played Metal Gear Solid 3 otherwise. The pandemic really inflated expectations of a lot of people. It inflated everything. And everything. It inflated the entire world in every way. And so, but I mean, there was good and bad things that came out of that. The backlog hath spoken. Oh man, my backlog is scary. It's disgustingly terrifying. Some other things that we did in 2022 was some larger giveaway streams. We did full-on streams where I just gave away Steam keys all day long. Those were really cool. I'm going to be doing more of those in 2023, and I got some physical stuff that I want to give away. I got to figure out what's the best way to do that, because I do not generate any meaningful revenue whatsoever streaming, and zero revenue on YouTube because we're just not large enough. So it's I can write off on my taxes on my hobby, because that's all this is currently in terms of the amount of income that it makes that I paid for shipping expenses. But woo-wee, shipping could be painful. So I got to figure out what's the best way to actually conduct that. I've not had to look into shipping my own stuff. I've just complained about how much it costs for other people to ship shit to me. I'm also in Alaska, which is, you know, its own ball of trouble when it comes to shipping stuff. The other thing that we started and tested out in 2022, though, was proper game reviews, and I want to do more of those. And one of those things has also been figuring out how I want to do them, right? And that's what I meant by 2022 is kind of the year of discovery for me, of discovering the streams that I want to do and how I want to do them, discovering the type of videos I want to do. The reaction videos went through a lot of iteration to reach where we are today, and I like where we've reached today. I'm happy with the content that I make, and it's not that I wasn't happy with what I made before. I'm just happier with what I do now. And the reviews are something similar. We did a review for like Dark Souls 2, and we did a review for Resident Evil 7, and I will say I was not very happy with those. I don't feel like it was my best work. I don't think that it was good. But with the Bayonetta 3 came out, and I told myself, you are going to review this, and you are going to review this in a different way. You're going to review it in your way, and you're going to try something new. And I really, really liked my Bayonetta 3 review. I liked it a lot. I was very happy with it. Obviously, things could have been better. I think that will forever be true as a creator. I don't think you will ever make anything that you're like, there's not a single thing that could have made this better or that I would have changed. I definitely believe there are ways that the Bayonetta 3 review could be better. And I believe that every review that I do will probably feel mostly better than the one before it. But I need to do more of them. But there's also the issue of that I need to play games to review. So let's go into 2023. Let's talk about 2023. Because we talked about what we've done, the journey we've been on. And now it's time to talk about what we're going to do. It's important to like your content. It's very important to like your content, Athena. Super important. I feel like that is one of the most important things, is that you need to like the things that you make. And that's why it's so problematic for the people that get trapped in games that pay the bills, but they're not happy with anymore, because they get trapped in that idea of, I need to pay the bills, but I'm not happy with what I make anymore. And if you are a creative, that is painful. That is painful, but you got to pay the bills. And I'm sure I will reach a similar point in some way if we ever reach that point, because there will be a point of we got to pay the bills. I'm not happy about how I have to pay them. So, first thing I'm going to kind of touch on is it time for a change in 2023? Because outside of the review streams, I've kind of just been rolling, okay? I've kind of fallen into a rhythm, found some things that I'm happy with, and have been rolling on them. And I think they're rolling along pretty well, but in terms of growth, we're not seeing a whole lot, okay? It's happening, but it's happening really, really slowly. And my understanding is it always does, outside of specific exceptions. But is there something that I should change to look towards something more? And we're going to kind of touch on that as we go on, of things that I do want to change and things that I want to do that will inevitably lead to change, because it's things that I don't currently do. One thing that I will just touch on is I'm still frustrated with my handle, with my channel name. I am Schwahn _ on basically everything, and that bugs me. I want to be just Schwahn. That's what I want, okay? That's what I want. But guess what? You don't always get what you want, and I don't get what I want, okay? And because, like, Flat Schwahn is taken on Twitch by a dead account. And Twitch doesn't release accounts on requests unless you're a partner. But that account, as far as I can tell, has never chatted anywhere. They've never streamed. They don't have a banner. They don't have an icon. It's just sitting there. Part of me has psyched myself out of like, is it me? Do I already have that name? And it's freaking on an email that I don't know anymore? Did I create a Twitch account in like 2014 and I named myself Schwahn because I would? That's what I would do. Is it me? Did I lock myself out of my own name? I don't know. Maybe. Could have been on an old Hotmail account. I've not used Hotmail in years. I remember my Hotmail account names, but for thank you, Show Sheepy. Please handle it for me. But for all I know, I screwed myself. I have my own handle. I don't know. I hope not. I'd be so mad at myself. Part of me wants to go try to figure it out. Be like, maybe it is me. It might be me. But at the same time, the thing is, even if it was me, you know how much that would suck? Because there's nothing that I could do about it, right? Because if you delete your Twitch account, your name is not released into the pool for somewhere around 6 months. Twitch doesn't actually tell you. It won't say. It doesn't give that kind of information away. And they don't respond to account requests. So it's not like I could be like, yo, look, I own both of these accounts. Can you please rename my account to this account and just delete this account? They wouldn't even read the email. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I want Schwahn, but I can't have it, and I'm not happy with Schwahn _. Not happy with it. We had something else before Schwahn _. But before that was Swan Song Productions. If you don't know, my name, Schwahn, or Schwahn, is the German word for swan, and Swan Song Productions. That was what the Twitch account started as, but it was a little bit too official. You know, it was like a little too formal. And so we went more into personalization, and we've ended up on Schwahn _ and we've been there for a long time. Is the Schwahn taken? Maybe that's what we used, Show Sheepy. Maybe it was the Schwahn. And I know that people have put in like the real Schwahn, or well, the OG, the real, you know, something like that. But like, I don't know, those bug me too. They bug me too. There's a Rayback out there that I often lock out of their account by accident. Give me my name. Yeah, my name is also taken on Twitter by an inactive account, and that drives me nuts too. Elon Musk, free up some old account names, please. Free up some of those inactives, if you would, because I need my name. But yeah, I've been pondering a channel name because I am very, very unhappy. Schwahn! Oh my god, Cerulean. I kind of love it, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of love it. That's a legitimate thought. But that completely derailed my entire thought process. Oh yeah, I'm not happy with my handle right now. I am not happy with the _ at the end of my name. I don't want it to be there. I wish it wasn't there. And since I can't have just my name, because if I could choose anything, that's what it would be. It would just be Flat Schwahn, SCHWAHN. Since I can't have that, I got to look for other alternatives for something that I might be happy with. Don't know what it is. I've thought of so many possibilities. For a while, if you go back and watch some of the reaction videos from like a month ago, I was introducing myself as the nerd in a snapback, and I was like, maybe I could change it to that. Nerd in a snapback, that's kind of branding. You can see right here this long line of hats. That's nowhere close to all of them. There's like 30 of them at my feet over here. There's like another 50 behind the curtain over there. I have a lot of hats, and we wear new ones all the time. But it ended up that ended up not working very well either. It didn't flow very well when you were talking about it or introducing it or anything like that. And writing it out with no spaces does not work. There is not a way to make nerd in a snapback not be read weird. I'm going to type it into chat. So first with spaces, but then if you go nerd in a snapback and if you like capitalize like the S in snapback, then you got nerdina, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Hat boy. Oh man, Le Schwahn eats croissants. That's adorable. Although Szechuan, yeah, you're right, Cerulean. Szechuan is too close to Szechuan. So this reminds me of a superhero trying to come. Yeah, the mountains are high, the world is round, and the beach is that way. Anyway, shout out to my friend Josh for that line. That's the superhero pose of the day right there. So, yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Still trying to figure it out. I've thrown so many names at the wall, and I'm just like, none of them stick. And I think none of them stick because none of them are what I want. But I can't have what I want, and I'm not happy with what I have. So we got to throw something else at the wall. I don't know what it is. All right. Enough of that, though. Enough about the names. Let's talk about some things that we want to do this year. Beyond trying to figure out what our name change is. Drum streams. I have a very nice electronic drum kit on the other side of the room. On the other side of this curtain here. Got a real nice drum set. I do not play it enough. I want to play it more. Really want to play it more. But I also have this really bad struggle. Since I've become like a large, not a large content creator, but a content creator that is spending more of their time on content creation, it's so hard to do things for me. Because I'm like, but everything is content. I could turn this into content. Is there a way I can turn this into content? It's so hard to play games for myself. Like, literally just for me. Really hard. Because I'm like, should I play this on stream? Maybe I should play this on stream. I need to record some footage of me playing this so I can make a review for it or something like that. It's so hard to do shit for myself. My brain's broken. My brain was broken before, and I damaged it in a whole new way. And the same thing goes for the damn drums. I played the drum. I had a full drum kit in high school. Played the ever-living hell out of it, like every single day. And I want to play it more, but I'd love to play it on stream. I would love to play it on stream. What about first name, last name? I thought about it. That was Athena's suggestion as well, Shoshipi, and it is the best suggestion that I have gotten so far. Let me see if first name, last name on my stupid... now I just have to look and see if first name, last name is taken. Literally just first name, last name. Okay, somebody does have first name, last name. Shucks. That is already a taken handle. I really wanted there to just first name, last name. Although, okay, so my first name, last name is not taken. Might be something to think about. Also, I'm going to pull... oh, I can't show you on the video. First name, last name, they have changed their Twitch icon. It is a custom icon that is the default icon, but with a mask on it. I like this person. Anyway. But yeah, I want to start the drum streams up, but that requires some setup. Here's the other problem with the drum streams, okay? I am capped on time. We currently stream 4 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Tuesday and Thursday is the Let's Play streams, where we play through a game. It's just me on stream. We're making progress on a game. We finish the game from beginning to end. We'll review it at the end of it. We just got done, at the time of this recording, we just got done with Crisis Core Reunion. We're going to be recording the review for that and posting it up on the YouTube channel. Fridays is Power Couple with Athena, where we play JRPGs. Nothing is allowed to take that day away from me. I will fight you. And then Sundays are production days. And I need these days really bad because I still need to make the YouTube content on the idea of building the legacy, like eternal existing content on the YouTube will hopefully feed into the stream. So if I did a drum stream, I'm missing some equipment because I had two options: run a whole bunch of cable, I had three options: move the drum kit into a very bad place, the middle of the room, so that it could be close enough to this computer that I could hook it up to this computer. 2, run cables all the way across the room. Or 3, set up a lower end computer over by the drum kit, okay? Because it'll just be cameras, right? I won't need it to play games or anything like that. So it'll be a lot easier stream to run technologic-wise, because I will just be running OBS and a couple of cameras, and then everything else will just, that's it, because it'll just be me on camera playing drums. So I can run that on a significantly lower end computer than what we have here, where we're trying to play like newly released titles while streaming, because we do have a one PC setup for our main rig here. And so I need some equipment to be able to, because I want to go with option 3, but I need some more equipment to, like, I need at least one more camera. I need some cables. I have a computer that might work, but I don't know. If it's not going to work, then I will have to try something else, right? I'll have to figure out a new rig. If I can get a really low end rig from somebody else and you know, for the right price, then we can rock that way. It's just a matter of trying to figure out those solutions. But that is one of my big goals this year, is to get the drum stream running. However, when do I stream it? Mondays are a no, because Mondays are reserved for date night for me and my wife. We try to spend time together every Monday, go out. We didn't go out for a long time because of the fucking pandemic. God. But that's what we normally do. We go out with one another once a week. And thankfully, we are privileged enough to be able to have that option. But otherwise, at least, you know, sit down with one another and watch something together. Because, you know, we both are content creators and we both have full-time jobs. And we both try and spend time with our child when we can. And then you also have to work and you have to sleep. And but yeah, so when do I do it? I don't know. They wouldn't be very long streams, right? Like maybe an hour, 2 at most. At most. So I don't know. I don't know when those happen or how. There's not a lot of time to pull from or to add to. Like, Athena streams on Wednesday. Maybe right at the very end of, like, right after work, an hour's not very long, so like a quick 1 hour stream, but like that's a whole nother day, y'all. Maybe Sundays, but after production to be a fun way to end the stream. Well, we'll feed into the next thing to talk about Sunday. So the other thing that I really want to get back into in 2023, we talked earlier in this video, in this recording, about some of the first YouTube videos that I made on this new channel, which was first impression. The idea was, again, we would play through the beginning of a video game, whatever felt like the start of it, you know, the first chapter-ish, and then we would give our thoughts on it at that point. It was a very strong first impression. And I want to do that again. I won't call them first impression. It's too vague, bad for SEO. Those videos were also too long because I included all of the gameplay in those videos. So I would do an intro. We'd play like anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour of the game, and that whole gameplay section would be in the video. And then there would be essentially like the mini review section of that section, mini review of the part that we had played through. I will be renaming it from First Impression likely to Schwahn Dive to fit in with the idea of what my name means, and just because it's a fun idea if we're going to Schwahn Dive into a new game. And we'll still do that format. They'll be significantly shorter because I won't include as much of the gameplay part of it. But I want to do those, especially because we talked about my backlog. I'm gonna open up Steam real quick while we're chatting. My Steam library. This is Athena's. God, no. We're just God. I was ready to see the number, and now the number is being hidden from me, and it's a scary number, y'all. It's a scary number. Okay. Now, obviously, every single game in my Steam library are not there because I want to play them. Okay. I have been subscribed to Humble Bundle for, I don't know, half a decade or something. So I ended up with a lot of games from Humble Bundle that I didn't want to play. I also occasionally buy bundles from Fanatical, which again resulted in games that I didn't want to play. I have now since stopped redeeming the games that I don't want to play, and I put them in a massive key bank, and that key bank is what I give games away out of, because I was like, why am I redeeming games on Steam that I don't want? Anyway, there are... Holy shit. 1,796 games in my Steam library. Okay. I have my Steam library sorted mostly, okay? Of those, we'll just round it up to 1,800. Round it up to 1,800. 200 are uncategorized. So 200 need to be put into categories, okay? The 6 other categories I have are played completed, played abandoned, played incomplete. So I'm done, I'm not going to finish it, or I would like to finish it and I haven't yet. And then 3 unplayed categories of interested, not interested, and unsure. I want to play it, I don't want to play it, and I might want to play it. So in the unplayed interested category, so these would be games that would be good for Schwahn Dive. This, by the way, this doesn't include shit like Game Pass or things that are like Nintendo Switch exclusives, because there's a good number of those. The unplayed interested category, not factoring in the 200 games that are uncategorized, currently has 324 titles in it. If I do one Schwahn Dive a week, I have 52 weeks in a year, 324 divided by 50. I have 6 years, a little over 6 years worth of Schwahn Dives that I could do in my Steam library. And that doesn't even include the stuff that hasn't come out yet. And that doesn't include the stuff on Game Pass. And that doesn't include stuff that are consoles exclusives. So, like, I got like 10 years of content, y'all. Easily. Of games that I want to try. And Schwahn Dive's the perfect way to do that. Schwahn Dive I'd want to do on Sundays. Sundays are production days. The Schwahn Dive would be a production day style thing. We would be playing a game on Sunday, which we don't currently do, right? There is no games that are ever played on Sundays. We just record raw footage. But it would be where it would fit, right? We would do some reaction videos. We'd record a review or like a games list or something. We just got done with a series of gaming in 2022 videos, the good, the bad, the ugly, the memorable, and the forgettable, a top 10 list of games from 2022. And so it would fit into that day. So that's where Schwahn Dive would go. So could I add the drum stream on that too? I guess. But Sunday's starting to sound real scary. It's sounding real scary. Have you played Half-Life 2? No, I have not played Half-Life 2. There's some massive games that I have never played. Some of them we've been doing through community votes. So, you know, we would have, like, we'd hit a goal for, like, Twitch, and we'd have a community vote, and that's how I ended up playing games like Devil May Cry for the very first time. And so just starting Schwahn Dive the first hour of Tuesday or something. I thought about that, too. Problem is with that is that main game already takes a while to get through. Because we don't stream super long on Tuesday and Thursday. They're normally about... If you factor in the startup time, the shutdown time, and the distraction time, we get maybe 2.5 hours to 3 hours of progress in whatever is the main game we're playing on Tuesday and Thursday. And if a game is 40 hours long, that means it's taking us 12 weeks to get through a game. I wish I could do longer streams. Again, this fucking day job shit, right? Because like I know people that are full-time creators, and so they'll just do like an 8-hour stream of a game. And when you're able to do an 8-hour stream of a game that's 32 hours long, it only takes you 4 streams. That's not too bad. If it takes you, 20 streams, that's a little excessive. But if it takes you 20 streams, that's a little bit more. We need to move and win the lottery. Solid plan. Let's put it into motion. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I don't know where to fit some of this stuff. And then I got Swan Dives that I want to do. They'd fit best on Sunday. Drum streams, I don't know where to put those. Because here's the other problem with both putting them on a Tuesday or let me contribute 500K to your tickets. Wait, yeah. Instead, better plan. Better plan of what to do with the 500K. Here's the other problem with the idea of the drum stream on a day where we're doing either like before or after other content. If we set up a second computer on the other side of the room, I don't know how I would manage to either stop streaming over there and start over here, or stop over here and start over there without it like ending stream, right? And like, if you're immediately going to turn off the stream and turn on the stream, I think actually Twitch, you could, like, I wonder if you like Alt F4 out of OBS, if Twitch would be like, shit, I lost connection. And then you open it on the other stream and then it's like, oh, I found connection. So it'd all be the same stream. I don't know though. And that's a new problem that I wouldn't know how to tackle. So I don't know. I don't have the answer, but here is something else to consider and something else to think about when it comes to that. I talked about these game reviews, right? I was really happy with the Bayonetta 3 review. I want to do more of them. I would love to be a critic, a game critic. I would like that. I value my own opinion. I'm very well aware that I like my own opinion. And I like sharing my opinion. Fucking white dude, right? Who would have thought? But the idea of reviewing things and people caring about your opinions, very, very appealing to me. Like, I will not lie. Like, that is a very appealing concept, is people caring about what I have to say and it's not even topic specific, okay? But I enjoy video games a lot. And I would like to play more of them, and I would like for people to care about my opinions when it comes to video games. And so that's kind of where that all fits, right? So I want to do more reviews, because the only way that you get recognized as a critic, as a reviewer, is to actually do the job, right? So I need to do more. I need to put, effort into the review videos, crank them out, and so that we can start building that. I'm not expecting this to happen, in the next 6 months, but it would be cool if we hit the point where we were a, respected reviewer, if that's the best word for it, in the next, 5 years. That'd be cool. But so I need to do more game reviews, which also means that I need to play more games, which means that I need to look at a couple of options for how to achieve that. One is doing less social gaming. Talked about Escape from Tarkov early in the video. I've been playing it. The Escape from Tarkov just had a new wipe. I really love social gaming. Playing games with friends is a lot of fun. But social gaming games generally aren't games that are the easiest to review. Games like Fortnite or Escape from Tarkov, or, pick your other live service title, right? So I would need to do less of that so that I can put more off-stream time into games that maybe I'm not playing on stream in order to actually be able to do game reviews. So cut down on social gaming. Or, I need to do that in general anyway, on just like a life balance standpoint. But one of the other things is that right now I really like to try to have the entire playthrough of a game available on stream, right? From beginning to end. And I could still do that. And it already takes longer than I would like it to. I really wish that I could at least do like 6-hour streams, because I feel like I would make, obviously I would make more progress on that type of time scale, right? If we were getting 6 hours of gameplay, then, you know, a game that's 60 hours, we'll just go out on the long end, would take 10 streams. That's a month worth of Tuesday, Thursday streams. That's not possible though. So then the question becomes is, what do I do about that? One of the things that I thought about, because I do really want to do the drum streams, is what if I just drop Tuesday or Thursday as a gameplay stream, and instead make it a drum stream, and have the drum stream be however long the drum stream is. And after I turn the drum stream off, I have to still work. Because one of the things I've found is also very important is if you're doing content creation in earnest and you are wanting for it to be something, to be more, if it's more than just a hobby, if it's more than just for fun, if you want to see your numbers grow up, I want to see my numbers grow up. I want to see that little 2 become a big 2, and then maybe even one day become a 20. Sorry. My brain just distracted itself of thinking of a number growing up. If you want to see those numbers grow, is that you need to treat it like it is a part-time job. Even though you're not getting paid like a part-time job, it is. We just talked about how I streamed on average an hour and 45 minutes a day every single day in 2022. I did not stream every single day, but that's what the numbers broke down to. We'll just round that up. If you include like setup and takedown, we'll just say it's 2 hours, right? We'll just say it's 2 hours every single day, roughly, that I devoted to just streaming. That doesn't include editing. That doesn't include planning. That doesn't include anything else. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. And so, you know, you gotta have to take it seriously. And so, like, if I did, we'll say drop Tuesday, actually I would probably drop Thursday if I had to pick. No, I'd probably pick Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. If I drop Tuesday as a gameplay stream and turn it into a drum stream, the drum stream would only be like 1 or 2 hours long, and then I could turn the drum stream off, continue my part-time job, and put that time into playing a game that I am not playing on stream but would like to review. Maybe that's a decent idea to approach it. You could play games and record it, but without Twitch, because that would be less stream interaction. You're right. And I should do that in general. If I'm playing a game for review, I should record all of my gameplay from beginning to end. I need to figure out a better file storage system than what we currently have if I was to do that. And I could just upload my entire playthrough on the VODs channel. You know. Very happy for your growth that you've achieved in the past year's time alone. I'm significantly happier with the growth that we've achieved in 2022 than any year before it. But if I want to keep that momentum, I need to figure out further what I'm doing. Every third Tuesday, so really maybe every other week event, maybe twice a month, every third Tuesday of the month. Maybe. I don't know. It'll be hard to say until I've done a drum stream, right? Because, like, that's not a bad idea. Because right now my brain, like, having this conversation is operating on the weekly idea of this happens every week. Tuesday, Thursday, gameplay streams, Friday, power couple, Sunday, production day. But there's nothing that says that it would be easier to plan around a once every now and then stream, like you suggested. Maybe not every third Tuesday, because that's too difficult for my brain. But your initial suggestion of maybe every other week, of like, you know, maybe try and plan a 1 hour Saturday stream that takes place in the afternoon every other week. that would be easier. It's not a every week that I am losing that time. You know, or even changing Tuesday to it. Every other week is, it goes drum stream gameplay, next week is gameplay, next week is drum stream gameplay. That's not a bad idea either, and that would be easier for my brain, because my brain was completely operating on the idea of every week. What about every full moon that coincides with your streaming day? No. So that's a good suggestion, Cerulean. But how every zodiac. I don't want to pay attention to zodiacs in general. But we'll have to get the drum stream going first. Once we have done a drum stream, then we will be able to better plan around what we want to do with it. Because I'm saying an hour, like, because I don't drum as much as I used to. I used to drum 1 to 2 hours every single day in high school. I definitely don't even dream an hour a week right now. But I would like to do that more. I need to do that more. But, you know, 1 hour might not feel like enough for me. Maybe it needs to be 2 hours, or maybe an hour will feel like too much. So I'll need to figure out a way to make it a little bit, you know, like be able to build around it a little bit so that it's better, right? So, but can't do any of that until we can actually do it. You said dream instead of drum. Dream stream. Dream stream is the drum stream, probably. So once we're able to actually roll it, then we will have a better plan, and we'll have a better idea of how we want to regress with it. Because, you know, it might end up being that it's good for the channel, it's good for me, it's good for everything, right? It's like, ideally it's like, oh yeah, drum streams are fun, Schwahn loves them, he sees good numbers, good growth out of them, then it's really easy to be like, yo, for the sake of my happiness and my content, my channel, real easy argument for why we should sacrifice every Tuesday to this, right? But until we're able to do one, we won't really have that. Wildcard day for experimentation, or have that day off if you so choose. Oh, every 2 weeks have a test day. It can just be a gameplay stream, but we could do other stuff if we wanted. That's kind of what Sundays were for a really long time. Sundays were like creative Sundays, were whatever we were creating that day, whether it was editing YouTube videos or doing Photoshop work or whatever it ended up being. So, yeah. But that also fits into the like that all still fights with the idea of the game reviews, because that is definitely something that I want to do. My target for this year, I gave myself a goal this year of putting out 12 reviews in 2023. So an average of 1 review a month. It doesn't necessarily need to be 1 review every month, but I want to put out 12 reviews this year so that it averages out to 1 review a month. That would be what I would like to hit. If like we have Crisis Core that we can review, we just finished that. I'd kind of still like to do a review of freaking Gungrave Gore, just so I can talk about how bad it was. Sundays used to be that, and they slowly turned into Production Day. And I'm much happier with Production Day as a day than I am now looking back at Creative Sunday. I like what we have on the way that Sundays work now better than they did before, to a pretty significant degree. So I need to figure out how to play more games off stream, whether that's changing up the way the stream works, or, you know, sacrificing social gaming, making better utilization out of some of the technology that I do have, like my Steam Deck. I got my Steam Deck. I love it a lot. I replayed through Final Fantasy 13 on it, but I do not play that thing. I don't utilize that thing as much as I could and should. Sounds like less Tarkov time. I mean, Tarkov will fall off for me probably in the next couple of weeks anyway. Like, after the new wipe smell, oh God, that's such an awful phrase. Holy shit. Oh, no, I said holy shit. No, God, that's made that even worse. Ew. Oh, I have so many regrets about those statements. Once the sparkle of the new wipe fades a little bit, I will probably play significantly less Tarkov. I only played last wipe for like 6 weeks, and then I didn't play it all for, well, until now. Like the last wipe started on June 30th, I think. I played until like maybe right around the beginning of September, maybe mid-September. Then I just quit. And the wipe before that, it started on December 12th, and I quit on February 8th. What day did Lost Ark come out? Because let me tell you what, Lost Ark came out and Tarkov did not exist for me anymore. So here's something else I want to run by everybody. Yeah, WoW illegal is right, Athena. WoW illegal is right. That doesn't need to be in the quote either. That needs to be far, far away. So here's the other question, and I just put this in here with a question mark after it, and the note is hat videos, question mark. I tossed around the idea of like, I got all these hats. I mean, I already use them for like identity purposes of like having all these different hats that change around. We have the channel point redemption to change hats and stuff like that, right? Thoughts on showcasing them? Like just like a short video like that we'll make on production day on Sunday that's just like going through all the hats I have, like just 5 hats per video. Just be like, you know, pull out the 5 and just like show them off, talk about them a little bit, talk about my thoughts, talk about the fit. Like they might take 10 minutes. Athena says nah. I've become very gaming focused, and that's definitely not gaming focused at all. I'm not a hat. What is there a name for hat people the way that they have like sneaker heads? I need a fucking haircut, dog. Holy shit. A fashion creator. That sounds drier than sawdust. Or is it sandust? I don't know. Either way. People ask about it on a stream, sure, but that's extra time and you aren't exactly a fashion creator. Yeah. I don't know. It just sounded fun and cool and easy. But, yeah. Okay. Okay. Couple other things to talk about for 2023 planning. Okay, so this one is more on me than, like, it's not a stream thing. If I ever became a full-time creator, it could potentially be a stream thing, but we are not a full-time creator. But I like the concept, but would not touch it personally. Fair enough. Is writing, okay? So before the pandemic hit, I was sprinting through a novel. I had gotten about 50,000 words written on a novel. I was writing anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 words a day. The pandemic hit, some depression hit, and I lost a whole lot of creative energy. And that included on writing. And in the time since, my time has changed, and it has been harder for me to get back into writing. I have written a couple short stories. I did write a couple of short stories in 2022. They're like an hour. They're like a chapter long total. I want to get into writing again, and I want to finish at least that novel. And I need personally to figure that out because that's going to take time, right? But the other thing is that I would like to try to figure out a way for maybe not the novel, but to get into a rhythm of trying to get some writing done and out in a way that it is consumable to people semi-regularly. Like I wrote those couple of short stories. And I would like to maybe do that more, but I don't know how to market it, I guess is the best word. Like, I need to figure out how I would capitalize on it. I don't necessarily need to make money from it, but I would like to try and figure out how to cultivate growth out of it. And I don't know what the answer to that is, and I've been trying to figure it out. The current short stories are hosted on the website, but I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to do it, or what else I could or should be doing with it. It's a hard question. And I mean, same goes for like trying to market and, you know, brand and cultivate like YouTube videos and Twitch channels and stuff like that, right? It's hard. You're relying a lot off of luck a lot of the time, trying to get the algorithm to like you, to be able to, you know, pick up your content and show it to people. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know how to do that one. If I was a full-time creator, I might actually do a writing stream. I think that would be cool. Maybe we could, like, you know, this is obviously nowhere close to happening to production, but it would be cool to like have a stream, or maybe we write a short story together on stream and we, you know, debate about what could or should happen and stuff. Sounds fun to me. But I don't know. I got to figure out more stuff for that one. I did writing streams back in the day when I was reviewing games, making it a collective experience. Really enjoyed it. Cool. Very cool. Something I might like to do one day. It probably wouldn't be like writing streams unless there was some crazy amount of growth that happened. They probably wouldn't happen this year. That would be a probably pretty far along thing. Although part of me is like, all right, so we just abandon fucking video games. Video games get relegated to the YouTube channel. We do music drum stream on Tuesday. We do writing collab streams on Thursday. We do collab JRPG voice acting stream with Athena on Friday. And then we just make videos on Sunday. Who wants to play fucking video games on Twitch anymore? Like who plays games on this platform? Nobody. Okay, plenty of people do, memes aside. Also did the review of the game as well, then wrote it after before jumping on to the next one. Time is a bitch. So, yeah. And you know, part of that, also that statement isn't entirely a joke, because if they were fun streams and if there was growth and success in them, I would totally give up Tuesday and Thursday Let's Play streams to play drums on one and write on the other. 100%. Like, if I felt confident in those, 100%. Wouldn't even feel bad about it. Like, I would record my gameplay, because you should anyway if you're going to do video game reviews. Because currently I do use a lot of trailer footage for my video game reviews that I do, which is perfectly fine, but it's not necessarily the same. But record the playthrough, put that on the VODs channel, use the footage for the review channel, for the main channel, you know, boom, bam, drums Tuesday, write Thursday, power couple Friday, production day Sunday. If I felt confident in that, I would be like, fuck it, let's do it. But I'll tell you what, right now I don't feel confident in it. And there's also some games that I really want to play, and I want to play with all of you. Games like Forspoken. Really want to play Forspoken with everybody. Want to play Wanted Dead with everybody. Those two for sure. They're the most immediate ones that are coming up. So, all right. Put a little feather in, put our writing quill back in the hat for now. And I got two more things to talk about for 2023. Schwahn moves suddenly to just chatting streams exclusively. No! It would not be exclusively, because Power Couple Friday needs to still happen. I don't want to lose Power Couple Friday. I love Power Couple. Literally, the stream I look forward to the most every single week is Fridays. There's two other things that I want to touch on, which is merch. I've not done a whole lot of merch work. I'm not large enough that I would be looking to profit off of merch, but I do think that merch is something that I should put more time into. Just like because we do have some inside jokes, right? Like the Meat Dimension style jokes and stuff like that. it's memes about like Neo and stuff. So I feel like I should actually try to capitalize on this and put them in there so that we actually have like memorabilia of those moments. So I think I need to try and do more merch in 2023, not just for the not for money reasons, but for like legacy reasons. And the other thing is YouTube Shorts and TikTok. There's a problem though with both of those. One is again time. I would like to do more of both of those. However, I will say that I don't personally like gaming TikToks and YouTube Shorts. Like whenever those come up on my For You page on TikTok, unless it's like a funny like VoIP interaction or something, most of the time I don't care. I don't watch those. So I also wouldn't want to make those. Which then leads the question, like, I would probably instead just make videos on TikTok and stuff where I just fucking talk, right? Where I just talk or respond to things or duet things or stitch things or just, just be a normal ass fucking TikToker, basically. And I could put that on YouTube as well, but it wouldn't vibe with the theme of the channel at all. Like, you know how, thankfully now YouTube has your different types of content separated into different categories. They have the videos category, they have the live category, and they have the shorts category. And those are three very different tabs. So in theory, you could put gaming videos as all of your main video uploads, and your shorts have nothing to do with video games at all. And they could be completely separated out things because those are such separate markets, right? They're such separate audiences of people scrolling through the For You page and people that are actually looking at long form videos or their subscribers list or something like that. So I don't know if that would work. It feels like it could work, but it also feels like it might not work. I don't know. I won't get your thoughts before we come to a close. So, yeah. I don't know. I do want to start doing them in some form. I do want to start doing YouTube Shorts, and I want to start doing TikTok. At least dabbling in it. I'll probably start on TikTok because I don't have any identity on TikTok, so I don't have like a gaming themed YouTube channel. And so if I just did like normal TikTok shit, it wouldn't have that type of disconnect. Whereas if I then put them onto YouTube Shorts, it would have a disconnect. I don't know. But here's the nice thing about being a small creator. You can experiment all you want and it won't do a damn thing, right? It won't do a single fucking thing. Like, I could turn my YouTube channel from gaming reaction and reviews to a woodshop channel tomorrow, and it wouldn't do very much because I am small. I am small. Let me go small down here. And yeah. So something I'm definitely going to start doing. Problem is I have this high standard for myself when it comes to production. Obviously, I'm willing to make certain sacrifices and cut corners here and there, but I would want like at least decent lighting and stuff. I have a ring light and stuff now, so yeah, I don't know. It's stuff to think about. It's stuff that I definitely want to do, but that definitely concludes everything that I'm looking to do in 2023. I need to figure out a better channel name. I'm not happy with the one I have. I need to figure out the one that I want. And I will, that is a high priority. I need to figure that out sooner than later so that is done. I need to get the drum stream set up. I almost said dream stream again. Get the drum stream set up and ready and to get that tested and figure out where I want to put that. Definitely 100% want to start Schwahn Dive. That would be most likely happening on Sunday as part of production day. And then the game reviews, need to get those rolling. I need to get over myself and do less social gaming and just get more progress done on games that I would like to review. Obviously, I won't always be able to review whatever is the first thing that comes out, but getting any of them done at all builds a history of reviews. So I need to really put some time into that and really put effort into that. We won't do anything along the lines of hat videos. I will try my damnedest to get activity on writing again so that my writing can progress, and maybe one day we'll do writing streams. Start dabbling around with more merch. Probably try and rebuild the store/website in some way. I was really hoping that Fourth Wall would have been more than it is. Fourth Wall is cool that they have the merch gift overlay capability where, like, kind of like how you can gift subs, you can randomly gift merch to somebody's community on Twitch and they'll get like notifications for it. It's super cool. But a lot of the other stuff that they promised in terms of like website support and blog support and other interactivity and the website embeds just has not come to fruition yet. And I would like a lot for that to have been there so I could create like an all-in-one website, because I put a lot of time and work into the Squarespace website that I built, and I can't get what I want out of Fourth Wall. They might be decent for merch, but they're not decent for everything else. So have to figure out what I'm doing with that. And then YouTube Shorts and TikToks. I'll probably start on TikTok and play around there. Maybe just throw them up on YouTube Shorts to see how they do. Yeah. Well, everyone that's watching this in chat, because of internet issues that I apparently am having, are like 7 minutes behind on my ramble. So they're responding to shit right now that is just from, well, you can tell. You can, if you look at the chat, you can tell it's from a while ago. But anyway, so since I won't be able to have any back and forth with them in any meaningful length of time, I will stop it there. So everyone, if you listened to this ramble, because this will be a YouTube video, if you listened to this whole thing, bless your heart, bless you. We went all over the place. We went forward, we went back, we went all over. We talked about things and then moved on and went back to them. If you typed out a comment at any point, typing one out now about your opinion, bless you. I'm not even religious, and bless you, because man, power to you. I don't know if I would watch this. I just needed to do this for me, to talk my way through what we've done and what we are going to do in the future. So thank you so much. If you actually watch this whole thing, I'm so impressed with you. And I hope you will continue this journey with me forward. If you did like this video, maybe give it a like. If you want to catch future videos, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to go check out the Twitch channel too, because that's where we did all of this until my internet shat itself. 600 kilobytes per second, Twitch or GCI? Are you fucking kidding me? You know how hard it already is to do this shit, let alone when you suck so goddamn much. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. There'll be more game videos coming forward. We'll have more game reviews this year. We'll be continuing the reactions. I hope to get Swan Dive started soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.